All right. We can get going. Let's see if y'all can see me. Oh, wait. Why? Hi, Ginevra. Nice. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I'm trying to get this face cam thing to work, and it looks like it's just a photo, which is so weird. I'm gonna try to add. Give me a sec. Let's see if I can make this work. Okay. Can y'all see me right now? Turn yourself off and on again. Yeah, hey. Okay, does this one work? Nice. Okay. I'm gonna have to reposition that. Dang it, I repositioned this earlier, and I'll have to reposition it again once I get decks out. Okay, but yeah, how's everyone doing? Hope everybody's enjoying their Friday, Saturday for people that are in APAC. I guess in Europe as well. Yeah, I've got some fun things planned today. I was going to look at my Kusanagi OTK deck that you see on screen. I reworked it to fit the new ban list that happened pre-Worlds. This is like a deck that I played, that I like toyed around with in during Continentals. But first, I thought that I'd go through some Val, because I think Val's like been around for a long time, and it's something that's really fun. I wanted to basically throw together somewhat of a reg Val deck, and then give that a spin or two before going to this. I know Brandon the King is around sometime. I believe he's having dinner right now, so he might join us, he might not. We might play against him. We'll see what happens. So yeah, so to start us off, I'm going to... Actually, I'll just keep this open. So let's open a new tab. We're going to build a reg Val, and then I was going to see where we get from there. Is there any... I mean, here, yeah, I'll ask people in chat right now if there's any direction of reg Val that you wanted me to go. I was going to play something... I wanted to build around Mining Accident, but there's a lot of like influence options that we can do. I know that last week there was a suggestion to play Khan, and I thought about that, and I was like really trying to make it work earlier today. I was talking with Brandon, and we just couldn't figure out how. Like with, I don't know, the bird breakers are just awful. So like we wouldn't really be using Khan. We would really just be like using a reg Crim deck out of a blank ID that might trigger once or twice. So yeah, it was just not that great, and we like really tried hard to make it happen. And I think a lot of the Shaper support programs are gone now. So stuff like Sahasrara, you can still use multi-threader, but the game is like so fast it makes it so hard to use. So yeah, here, I'm just gonna move that. Okay. So I was going to, yeah, like look at some reg Val, because I know that Val's rotating, and yeah, like it'll be a good run at Anarch stuff. So I'll just throw like the core of the deck together. I wanted to play Career Fair, because I think like the most classic reg Val is a Career Fair Val. So that's like Daily Cast, that's Earthrise, and it's Liberated. And I'm just going to play 2 Liberateds. Okay, and then we put in the Dirty Laundry, the Paperclip, the Black Orchestra, and the MK Ultra is pretty standard. The Turning Wheel is pretty standard. I wanted to put in Bravado if there wasn't any other influence suggestions, because I think like Bravado will probably help a lot with Mining Accident. We probably don't have room for 3, but we'll see. Yeah, I like, unless we don't play Palop, which is an option. We're definitely going to play Rebirth. So I guess I'm being a little all over the place, but usually when I deck build, you get like a core idea down. So my core idea here is just blinding mining accidents, and then playing the 2, 3, or 4 bed pup game. So bravado is going to help that, and then you usually want to like figure out where the rest of your 15 influence is going to be. So we're missing turning wheel, which can be the last 2. I also wanted pull up, so we might end up like cutting a bravado for 2 pull ups and a turning wheel. That's a tough choice. I feel like I want to play 3 bravados. 3 bravados seems fun. Go full on run based. Okay. So let's see. So full on run based means what? Means like we're playing turning wheels already. I guess the idea is if you can like get in their face enough, then you don't need pull up. But man, like pull up is just really good. Okay, so but you know, I was gonna put a DreamNet in here. DreamNet can get career faired. We'll just put in 1. It's good to have. Let's put in. This is gonna be called. Actually, I forgot what I was gonna call it. It's fine. Actually, Phil, you're good at coming up with deck names. You have problems with mine sometimes, eh? Wildcat Strike's an option. Oh, right. Keiko Paladin and then Hippos is usually the way to go. Yeah, I was gonna put in. We can just put in like 2 Paladin and 1 Taka, and then we can put in the 3 Hippos, and we would also put in the Stargate. Probably put in 2 Stargates just to have them. Turtle's always good out of Val. So yeah, like we might cut Bravado for some combination of Turtle and other stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Like we might cut. Oh. Penny Shaver. Could do Penny Shaver. Could play Penny Shaver Val. That's true. Keiko's so much money though. I guess Penny Shaver's money as well. How much influence is Penny Shaver? Is it 3? It is 3. Yeah, like Bravado though. Penny's Haver. I had yeah, I fell for that. I don't remember what stream I was on, but I think I was casting with somebody and they called it that and I was like, is that actually how you say it? I feel like there's definitely a card here that we're forgetting. Let's look at neutral events. We have the Dirty Laundry, Jailbreak. Oh, Mad Dash. Mad Dash is the card. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, like this looks pretty good. I like the 2 Liberateds. They're always, like, sometimes you want them. You usually don't want more than 1. So, like, I like running 2 Liberateds in my Anarchs. If Brandon does join us, I will tell him that I only have 2 Liberateds, and then he's gonna make me put the 3rd one in. The name has come to me, alright? Won't someone think of the mines? Ah. Very good, very good. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I think this is a good run at this. So, yeah, let's just jump in. Let someone think of the mines. And we'll just go ahead and copy that. We'll hit save. And then we're going to load that in. We're playing Val. Yeah, and I know like there's a lot of, oh, I just copied the same. Like I know that there's like a lot of cards that are rotating right now, or soon. So Val's one of the ones that Like Val's been around for so long. Like Mining X and Val is such a classic. I wanted to play this. Yeah. What's up, Joe? Okay, I'm gonna try to see if my overlay works because I was going to put the deck list up next to it. But yeah, I'm playing Mining X and Val. Just to give a little like a goodbye to some of the cards that are rotating, and I think Order and Chaos is rotating. Like there's like a bunch of cards here that are rotating. Honestly, too bad no more itinerant processors. Oh, that was fun. Itinerant processors. I remember I played that when it first came out, and the corp would have like 5 bed pub there, and then they'd have no hand size, and they like can't really do anything. Okay, let's see if I can reveal this. I can't. Oh, come on. Why? Properties. Okay, we're gonna try to remake this because it was not able. Oh, it's supposed to be on my decks. Okay, sorry, hang on. Okay, so now you can see it. Okay, so now you can see it. Now I'm gonna open it. And does it go away? It doesn't. Perfect. Okay. So I was gonna put me over here. Hopefully y'all can still see me, and then the chat for JNet is on the right. Okay. Maybe this will be too much on the screen, but please let me know when we start. I once did an investigative journalism protesters deck. Actually got to stick the multiple bad pub once, and the corp was miserable with 1 max hand size. It's Friday, so I gotta get down. Oh, where are you going? Okay, we're just gonna make a new game. And then we're gonna say runner. And there we go. If we want to see how bad this layout looks, I just need to queue up against you with any H. Gagarin, right? Okay, yeah. Honestly, yeah, like we'll have to see what happens because I was testing this, and I don't know, like it seemed okay as long as it seemed okay with 3 remotes, and then if we went to more than 3 remotes, I'd probably have to start removing things. But y'all can see the layout. Like, I mean, based off the fact that you responded, it sounds like you can see it. You should get in touch with Andre about Keyhole, but I believe that requires published lists. But like, does Keyhole's not on the stream, right? That's like another site that people can open, and then they can open Keyhole to look at the deck list. Am I getting that right? Because I wanted to find a way so that I can play and also have the deck list here as well. It's a plugin that can overlay the deck list over the stream. Huh. But I don't, like, when Andre plays, I don't usually see a deck list there. Maybe I just watch at the wrong time. But yeah, like, I hear him talking about Keyhole. You can overlay the deck list over the stream, so you can click the Keyhole button. Oh, okay. So you can click the button to go into the deck list, but the deck list is not actually there. That makes sense. All right, we got a game. Ooh. Oh, we have a CTM too. Okay, this will be fun. I don't know how this is gonna work. We might have to delete the deck list. Yeah, once the remotes go too far, which will happen on turn 1, we're gonna have to remove the deck list. But yeah, I can take a look at that. 2 Bravados, 2 Turning Wheels, and a MK Ultra, though, is going to get thrown away. We're looking for card draw is like the one thing that I'm afraid of. Just having 3 Avid worse than 3 Earthrise might not be good enough. But yeah, we'll find out. Man, there might actually be too much on this screen. Yes, that was... I didn't do that accidentally just now. That was planned. But I think we're going to have to get rid of the deck list. So yeah, that's disappointing. I'll have to... Yeah, I guess I'll have to look into Keyhole, because we are definitely going to need this screen space. Okay, let's get going. What do? We mulliganed, we installed a card, res spin doctor, drew a card, put a card in your remote, and then we discarding some agendas. Cool. Alright, we're just gonna get some money. No money, which is pretty sad. We might have to just click for credits and install the Earthrise. And then we'll probably like bravado something into a sure gamble, and then we'll have to like clear turnpike tag. That's not a great start. If we take 2 credits, we'll be on 2. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just put the Earthrise down. I'm excited to play Kusanagi OTK after. I haven't played that in so many months, and also like it was changed with like the banning of PE, and like you add in Kakugo and shipment from 10, and I think it actually got a lot better. 3 new remotes, that's fine. We found a Liberated, which is with no career fair, it's not amazing. This is not great. The Earthrise might have been premature. We might just like click for 4 here. Oh, this is such a slow start. I was kind of expecting this out of Val, though. So if we click for 4, we can ditch the Black Orchestra. We can ditch the... The Mining Accident's good, so we don't want to throw that out. We can probably just ditch the Taka, because we're against CTM. Yeah. Okay. This is fine. Next turn we got the Liberated. If we can draw into a career fair, that'd be ideal. If we don't, we can just live with the Liberated. They're not doing much, unless they score an Ares right now. They're slowly building their board. But if we can, if we can get some Mining Accidents a bit later down the road, then we'll be good. Dirty Laundry can be played next turn. They installed 3 cards and drew 1. HQ, new remote, new remote. Hey, Kyle. Nice to see you too. Okay, I actually need to zoom out, hey? How does that look? Looks fine. Okay. Okay, we're gonna Liberated. And then we could like laundry this, because there's probably an Ares on the board. It's fine. We could Mad Dash it. The 1 Mad Dash. Okay, that's good. Draw 3, install 1. There's no Ares on the board. If we can keep them away from Ares for a little bit longer, then we can maybe start trashing things with this, with our money. It's good timing. Okay. That's fine. Let's laundry this. Oh, we're at 5. That's fine. I thought we were going to be at 4. DBS can I guess it can stay. I guess we should have tried to mining accident at some point, eh? Let's have that worse. Let's install another liberated, or another Earthrise and hit the liberated. We end the turn at 8, and then we get hard-hitting news, and then we have to clear a bunch of tags. Not great. It does get rid of both of our money. It's not great, honestly. We'll just take money. We do need the cards. Take the risk. If we take the risk, we're going to draw 2. And then the game gets delayed for another turn. They're probably going to score an Aries or something off of that. Yeah, we won't do that. We'll just take our time. They'll throw HHN, and then you'll have to discard 2 more cards if you install. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'd have to discard 1 less right now. So one of them I would discard next turn would be a bin breaker, and then I'd have to discard one of the 5 cards left, or the one of the 2 cards drawn. More of the concern is that they'll probably install an agenda in HHN. And then, you know, we're just trying to avoid this Aries. It's not a great start. Giving them the Nico was really bad. Oh, that looks like a Sansan. Okay. Okay. We can work with this. Double ice, install in the remote. So we just like throw Bravado at it, and then we run archives and mining accident, and call that a turn. Let's see what happens. They do have free reses with this Mamba Temple, so that'll be unfortunate. Turnpike, we can just manually clear the tag. We're gonna lose our bad pub. If successful, so what? We're paying $5 instead of, yeah. So we'll just let this fire. It's true, but I kind of want to land the bad pub. Like they might just, I want to like make them res some ice first. You might be right though. If this is IP block, yeah. Chances of this being IP block was decent. Yeah, mining accident first might have been better. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll be at 6 credits with 8 coming from Bravado. And then we're going to have to... I mean, if we steal an Aries from this, that's pretty good, right? Do I think it's an Aries? Do I want to pay $6 to find out? I'm paying 2 and installing a paperclip. I think that's worth it, because otherwise I have to deal with the tag sub anyways. So let's see this. Oh, this might actually be MVT, and I might be in trouble. It is. Oh, oh, oh. We can go back. This is not good. The fact that they have an action here tells me they're gonna like resin an Amani. Yeah. Not good. And then we're gonna get our paperclip bounce. So then this actually costs us 6 credits rather than 2 in an install. I'm saying 1 less credit because we get 1 from Bravado. There we go. Yeah. Oh! Wait a second. I can pay $2 into this trace. This is fine. This is actually good for us. I'll just pay for this. And then we don't have to trash the Mumbo virtual tour. I don't know. Usually you're happy about not trashing a virtual tour, but like it's still gonna be there. We're still gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, this is fine. But we'll have to deal with it later. That's the point. Run archives, mining accident, clear tag. Is that the turn? Sure. All right, so we have to think about this. If we run archives, mining accident, clear tag, we end the turn at 7. If they pay the $5, then we're okay with ending the turn at 7. If they don't pay the $5, then that might be a problem. Alternatively, we could install Earthrise, clear tag, take a credit, in which case we'd end the turn at 6, which is worse. Single tag might be a problem. It's true, but like sometimes they play planogram. But it's true. Single tag is like not a problem right now because they don't have exchange. So like I get punished by planogram. If we can rip a laundry off the top though, that'd be pretty cool. No laundry. All right, let's just sit with a tag. They shuffled to 2 face downs from turn 1, which is to nobody's surprise. And we'll give them a mining accident choice. They're paying 5. Okay, so we need to contest their money from here on out. Because if we if they install a bankers group and we let them have it, then them paying 5 will have just been it would have just been good for them. Click for 3, install card new remote. We'll just leave that one. We'll just go Earthrise Daily Cast. We have like 3 career fairs in this deck, and none of them are showing. We would go to 0 if we did all this. Let's draw first. Oh. This is just a bad draw, right? We need our career fairs. Oh, it's a Nico campaign too that they res for free. This is bad. That mining accident was now I don't even know if I trashed that Nico campaign, you know? Stargate. Laundry's good. We can run this with Dirty Laundry. They shouldn't just put an agenda naked at this point in the game, though. But at least it kind of gets us somewhere. DreamNet doesn't do us anything. We just gotta keep drawing. Gotta find... Okay, that's fine. Let's see if they have Nico campaigns. Yeah, they do. So they have Nico campaigns and bankers groups. Oof. Mining Accident Val is not off to a good start. And Ares as well. So we're basically gonna abandon the mining accident plan here. Oh shoot. Oh, I'm so bad at this. So bad at this. Oh, and they get to put another card in there. We can break in there though, right? So if they have a Beal here, which it could be. Yeah, Nico instead of Maryland. So since they have Nikos and they have bankers, we can probably safely assume they're not on Boom. Not really. You could play a combination of that and still have Boom. But they are all they're all 2 influence cards. So if you see if we see a 1 influence card to balance that, but we don't know what 5/3 they're on. Turning wheel's good, I guess. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. We can't really contest. And we're just gonna keep getting like destroyed by this Amani. Which is how Amani CTM works. Yeah, like if you just have a bad start, this is how the game will usually go. We can just like play as if this is not an agenda, and then we can like Dirty Laundry daily cast and hope to not get scored on this turn. I think that's the only play we have. So we can go Laundry cast, credit. Draw one. Bravado's good. All right, let's just play the Laundry for money, and then we'll put the cast down. And we'll take $1. Dream Net's not going to be needed, and Hippo's not going to be needed. It is Rashida. Okay, so that's good for us. How do you think they are reaching HB influence? Oh, that's true. There's a Jeeves. That's very true. They're probably on Maryland as well then in that case. Yeah, okay, so now they're like almost definitely can I undo click? I think you have to. Cause it's already passed yeah, there we go. So now what did I do on my last click? I took a credit, so we'll take a credit, and then we'll throw out these two cards again. Yeah, they're probably on Maryland as well. It could be on Magnet. I would probably play Maryland. You always assume they're on the worst one, or on the like the worst one for you, right? The better one for them. So, and I don't have Botulus in my deck, so it won't matter for me if they have Magnet. I mean, it'll cost me 3 credits, which is a lot right now. Not getting a good start means that the mining accidents aren't good, and then mining accidents are only good early because now that I've given them so much money after so many turns. Yeah, definitely a lot of those money assets are good. Oh yeah, I made a run. Man, we're just not at it today. But our money's decent. Like what we'll probably do here is I was gonna say contest this because this is definitely an agenda, right? This is the thing. Like you can have like a bunch of tags and they can have 18 credits, but you're always in the game against CTM. You just have to make the right runs. So they installed here, and here, and then played hard hitting. We're gonna have to zoom out again. If it is any consolation, seeing a player of your caliber stumble versus CTM makes me feel better about myself. Yeah. Yeah, like you just gotta draw okay. I don't know, like I think okay, let's see what we want to do this turn. So the math that I'm trying to do is whether or not we can bravado in here, because we can just like we could try to trash the Amani first. Like we don't know if they have another one, which is a possibility, but I want to run this turn, and they don't have like if we're gonna get boomed. But like maybe we can just run in and clear 3 tags if we want to play around that. We'll take a tag off of this, but we don't have to. We can MK it and then Hippo it. And then we'll take like a CTM and an Ares tag, which is pretty bad. Yeah, like Reg Anarch really just needs to get set up, and we weren't able to do that. We could mad dash it. Like, this is an agenda, right? Like, unless they didn't draw one, is the only chance that this is not an agenda. And it's probably a Beal. Because I imagine they would double advance it if it's Palana. So we could mad dash it. If we bravado, like we could save the mad dash for the turning wheel, GFI into EOI. It could be. Probably the bravado's most appealing. If we bravado, we'll run at 5 credits. We'll take another tag, and then we'll pay 3. So then we'll be at 2 credits. We'll get a bunch of money back. We'll keep the mad dash, and we'll just have to land a mad dash some other time. That's fine. And then we'll have to see what we want to do about these tags. And then also, like, I don't know what we're going to do about the Samani. Like, we're going to lose the paperclip, which is really bad. But I think we take the agenda. Yeah, let's do it. All right, this can fire. If this is Bologna, that'll be sad, but I don't think it would be. Deal? San. Okay. Okay, so that means they don't have an agenda. Right? Like, they have Sansan in here, so they're threatening the ability to score 3-2s. But if they just had a 3-2, I feel like I would have put it in that remote. I mean, like, I guess if you rest Sansan and score it next turn, it's the same thing. So maybe not. Maybe that reasoning doesn't work. We just ditch tags now. And then they trash my stuff. Which is not good. We might just, like, clear tag, or sorry, we might keep tags, and then we'll try to, like, Stargate. Is that the only thing we can do here? Maybe. Maybe. If we Stargate now, we could Stargate now. Not really. Because if they score, they're gonna, like, bounce my paperclip. If we click for 3 credits... We could just Stargate now. Let's wait. Let's wait. We're not going to reveal it yet. The MK can go. Okay, so they're drawing for an agenda. That's fine. So if they score here, actually, yeah, because if they score and they bounce our paperclip, we're going to get $4 from the daily cast anyways. So yeah, okay, so they're going to trash the daily cast. Oh, they have market forces. Okay, we can just concede, right? Okay, yeah, I think we're just going to concede. And go again. Is there a way we win this game? No, I don't think so. All right, GG. That's a good time to concede. Yeah, we had to find, like, career fairs to get all our resources down. We installed so many resources with no career fair, and now there's only, like, what? There's 1 daily cast and there's 1 liberated left. So they're, like, all of Val's stuff needs to build. Just Regval trying to land mining accidents. I feel like we definitely need to give this another run. Because when Regval draws well with, like, career fair versions, like, you're career fairing down, like, a bunch of resources, and it feels super smooth. Hydra and R&D, figured that would keep me safe. Oh yeah. Hydra and R&D is definitely quite good. Yeah, because we'd have to MK that and hippo it, and with the money that we were getting, that was not going to happen. All right, let's give this another run. We'll just wait a second. All right. Did that work? There we go. Let's try to land a mining accident. Diogene. I'm gonna have to re-zoom in because of all the zooming out we did. How do I even do that? Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, against Palana. This could go a bit better. Okay, there we go. Career Fair with Rise, that's what we want to see. No mining accent off the start, so we're not going to be bravadoing. Oh shoot. Did I miss messages? We have some stuff to do, so just listen where I can. Okay. Oh wow. We're just installing like a Rashida thimble rig and an upgrade? Why is there an upgrade? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we poking this? I'm poking this. We have such a good hand though. Oh, but we have bravado. So we like bravado into this and then we can get wrecked by something. I like this bravado. Let's go. No res. Okay. Prisec? Lost the career fair? Oh, and then I can't trash Rashida if I trash this? We can just run back, though. Yeah, if it's Rashida, we'll just run back. Okay, that's fine. So if they didn't res the first time, they're not going to res now after triggering the Prisec, so we will just laundry. I don't have to do this. This is like super risky, but it's... You got to trust your reads. And then we'll just install that for $4 because we lost our career fair, unfortunately. So sometimes when you see weird cards, you got to figure out what you think is happening. Draw a card, ice R&D, take a credit is fine. Mining accident's really good. Credit, run, mining accident, daily cast. Put them to 0. We can also wait. Like, we're not in a rush to mining accident. Maybe wary of snare price. Yeah, exactly. We're actually gonna just drop here. That's not bad. Let's take a credit and put the daily cast down. Icing HQ, new ice, take a credit. We're still at 5. That's like, this is like the age-old question, right? Like, do you try to make them less than 5 credits before you play the first one? I feel like because I have 2 in hand, it's really strong. To just like run and then double mining accident. And like we're getting into risky territory here because if he ices archives, then we might get locked out of mining accident until we can break ice. So I think we ideally want to mining accident now. Let's run archives. And the reason I'm going to do this without like drawing to find dirty laundry or something is because if he pays, then we can maybe like run HQ, run R&D. Oh, he is going to pay. Okay, so now we're going to play the other one. And then we're just going to like get a free run on HQ. Maybe we'll trash a snare. Maybe we'll steal an Obokata. We'll trash a snare. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's a good hit. It's also good to know that we're doing snare. Yeah, but like Prizesec is super weird. Like you're either playing damage or you're like you're playing tags. Like it has to work in your deck somehow, right? Yeah, exactly. Like are they on hard hitting? But like I don't know, I would expect damage before I expect hard hitting. Install advance tells me like there's no reason to do that unless it's a NGO front. So it's probably NGO front. Bravado is pretty funny. We just like take a credit and bravado this for money. We can do this now because like we're not at 8 credits with NGO plus 2. Is it Grinder Palana? Does Prizesec not really fit in that? It does fit in that. Prizesec definitely does fit in Grinder Palana. It could be Grinder Palana. And I played a bit of Grinder Palana, so I have a decent understanding of what that might look like. We're gonna laundry archives here and see if he fires NGO. Should we ask? Sometimes people just don't realize. But other times people just don't. Like they realize but they choose not to. Right? Like what we could have done there was we could have typed into chat action, and that might like tip them off that they should fire NGO if they want to prevent another mining accident. Hedge fund preemptive though, yeah, like preemptive suggests that we are on Grinder. I'd expect HQ to have an agenda right now, but I don't totally have the tools to get in there. We could get the Taka down if we want. That's pretty good. We can career fair the Dreamnet down and run archives. Let's start with that. Just get a card. They're probably gonna ice archives at some point because they're probably on like shipment from Tenon, right? We're giving them so many Palana triggers. Let's just put this down. We're in a decent spot. Yeah, like if they score like a House of Knives at some point, then we won't be. But until then, are we on pad taps? No, we're not on pad taps. We are on. Oh, I can do my deck list thing again. There we go. There's not too much on the screen, so we can do that now. I had to take this off when we were playing in CTM because there was too many remotes. We probably should be on pad taps, hey? Probably should be on pad taps. We're playing like a very old style mining accident Val. But we probably should be on pad taps. So we might like go and edit this and put pad taps in. Like we just cut a bravado and then put 3 pad taps in and cut 2 cards somewhere. Seems like a plan. Like it could be. Could cut the Dreamnet. Maybe. DreamNet's doing okay for us. It's good that it was Rashida last turn instead of an agenda. Honest regular Anarch. Yes, except for Mining Accident. If you is Mining Accident honest? That's the question. Okay. Single advance upgrade. The only upgrade we've seen again is a Prysac, which was preemptive. I kind of want to like Hippo run HQ is pretty appealing. The single advance is odd because if this is some kind of grinder, like what 4-2 are you running? Like you're playing like viral weaponization, or you're probably like you could still play grinder just with normal like sandboxes. So this could be like hit liberated, gamble, install Hippo. Actually, we wouldn't gamble because we want to keep the card in hand. Hit liberated, install Hippo, Bravado HQ. That's not good. We'll just wait a turn. Let them have this. We need the turn here, right? Yeah, we need the turn here. So let's just... I guess we can pre-install Hippo. Just in case it is viral. Yeah. I was going to gamble, but if it is viral, then we'll need to... We don't want to lose 2 Hippos. Like, losing 5 cards is just bad, but... You know, unless we're going to run it, I guess we're going to lose some cards if it is viral. It's not, though. We're just... okay. Could be Urtica Cipher. It could be another NGO friend. It could be it could be an oboe that we're slow rolling, which is kind of weird if that's the case. We have 3 on Taka now, so we want to run. We also have 7 cards, which is pretty nice. We can Bravado this. We'll probably Bravado HQ. Can we break Anansi? Yes. 3, 6. Oh wait, we can't. If we Bravado, what do we need? We need 11 to break Anansi, so we're 1 off from breaking Anansi. Thought of Jumon in my head. Yeah, I mean they would have put a 3rd advancement on it last turn if it was Jumon instead of icing Archives, right? Oh, unless they iced Archives so that they could shipment from 10 in double advance the Jumon. That's the game. Okay, we're gonna hit liberated, and then we're gonna Bravado HQ. We could install the Paladin first. It's fine. Oh, I forgot about Bad Pub. Joe, you're right. That was bad. I forgot about Bad Pub. Send a message. Yes, please. We're just running again. Right? What did they res? Anansi on R&D? That's fine. We could honestly just run this now. I want to use the Taka, right? We could run R&D just to break the Anansi to use the Taka and Hippo it. Is that a bad play? I don't think that's even that bad. Yeah, wonder if Daojin just doesn't res ice so you can't unload Taka. Right? Like, we're just gonna, like, run R&D, Hippo the Anansi. He's gonna have to put more ice down. And we're gonna put, like a Paladin down. We're doing that. Like, this costs me 5 credits. Although, like, it did cost them 0. But, you know, we're gonna have to run R&D at some point. So let's Hippo this while we can. That's fine. That's actually good in a way, because we had a lot of cards in hand. We lost 2 Bin Breakers and an Earthrise. We wanted to keep the Earthrise. And then we'll just ditch the tag and call it a turn. Hippo and Anansi is always good. Yeah, especially when it only costs you $5, and I installed the MK in that exchange as well. What's that? It is an oboe. Okay, that's fine. So we can probably take a turn to set up again, unless we want to just run HQ now, which we could. We probably want to draw. We could install Hippo, run HQ. Because there's like good stuff in there, right? We've done a lot, and we've shuffled, like we've preemptive twice, and these are the only two agendas that we've seen. Although like it looks like they're just playing 5/3s, so we might end up like just drawing for Stargates. But I think we want to make at least one run. Maybe we don't want to show the Hippo, so we just run R&D. Let's draw again. Fine. Another Prisec. We'll trash this for 1. Oh, I forgot I have DreamNet. That was so bad. I forgot I have DreamNet. We'll trash the Prisec for 1. And then we'll just install the Keiko, I guess. This is sad. I forgot I had DreamNet. Yeah, we'll just install the Keiko. Ordering matters, right? Like you want to install the Keiko, you get $1 now. And then next turn we install the Paladin, we get the Keiko trigger. Whereas if we do it the other way, we would get an extra Paladin $1. It's actually the same thing. What am I talking about? Yeah, it's the same thing. I guess this way makes it so we have to install the Paladin next turn in order for it to be the same thing. They're going to double install in server 1. Like, they're not on game point, so we don't care about server 1. They're going to preemptive Prisec Anansi and snare back in. So we're really just looking for Stargate here. Let's take a poke and then try to draw. Yeah, like this looks like a grinder deck, right? Regolith seems really slow for them. I'm kind of tempted to let them have this. I'm really tempted to let them have this. We probably trash it though. If we go again, we don't go again. If I've had worse, we go to 8 cards, and then I have to play 2 discard 1. If we get a career fair, we can career fair something. Or another resource. So let's do that. That's good. We have 18 cards left still. So let's career fair the daily cast. Let's put the Paladin down for free. Just run again, hit a snare, and draw from the net damage hitting I've had worse. That's true. Oh, we have Urban Renewal. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm kind of okay with that though, because we can just let that sit in there for another turn. And like, this Urban Renewal is going to sit in this remote for 3 turns, and we'll just take 4 meat damage. And if we can draw an I've had worse in that time, that'll be great. We've only used the 1, so there's still 2 more left in the deck. We probably want to like Hippo Turning Wheel run R&D. And then we'll get a... Oh, well, we probably need to gamble too. Maybe no Turning Wheel then. We'll just go like Hippo run R&D. Yeah. Hippo Gamble run R&D. Let's see. Let's install this. That puts us... We're still at 8 credits. If we install Turning Wheel, we'll go to 6 credits. And then we can break Anansi if we need to still. Oh, and we have Bad Pub. I'm not used to playing Bad Pub, as you can probably tell. Yeah, we're not in a rush to play these gambles, weirdly enough. So let's run now. And 3 cards is fine, because we're going to DreamNet draw, right? Ike? Do we Hippo and Ike? That's always tough. Do we even have enough to Hippo the Ike? Oh, we do. We do. I think we do, right? Like, this deck's low on ice. I don't know. We'll probably just leave it. Use it to draw. Yeah. So let's install this. Let's break 1, 2, 3. We'll break these 2, and we'll do a second. Nah, abuse the Agi for draw. Yeah. Do we bid 1? Are they gonna bid 1? No, they bid 0. We'll draw a liberated gamble. Sure. We're looking for Stargate. That's fine. We'll probably just put the cast down, and we'll just live off of passive econ instead of any of these. Yeah. We're gonna preserve our cards a little bit. When we find Stargate, we're gonna want to put it down. Hopefully we can draw an I've had worse next turn. If we don't draw an I've had worse, we're still just gonna tank the 4 meat. Right? And we only get punished if we steal an agenda and then get punitive. Like, this is so, like, predictable play, right? Like, we're just taking 4 meat damage. How do we die? Like, complete image? Nearly MPs, I believe, not legal. Can I get complete imaged if I don't run? No. Complete image requires you to run and to have 3 agenda points. So yeah, like, we could just install Liberated, draw a card, and like click it. I'm okay with that. Bravado's fine. Yeah, let's just install this. Unless I'm missing something, I don't think I'm dead here. So we'll just take 4 meat. Keep a gamble, sure. The Bravado's the best card in that hand, but at the same time, like, I think they were all just hit points because we have more than enough money on our board already. They're gonna put an oboe in the remote and double advance it. We could just like mad dash this oboe. Oh, but mad dash goes into our score area afterwards. But this is fine, right? Like, we got 2 cards in hand. Like, if we can draw a Stargate, we can just win. We do want to draw to 3 cards before we run. I've had worse is good. I guess we could use the Ike for draw. I want to see what's in HQ, though. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't. Let's see what's in HQ. One play we could have made this turn was like run the Ike for draw and then run the remote. That's good. We can trash that. And we'll draw our Stargates after I've had worse Sure Gamble mining accident. And then we'll clear the tag, and then next turn we'll just Stargate lock them. Yeah. Like, we're probably going to Stargate next turn, and then we're probably going to Turning Wheel the hand as well, just to be safe. So let's start by installing Stargate. And then we will hit Stargate now. And then we just got to keep them away from agendas, right? Agendas and spin doctors. This can fire. We can draw. I don't know why this isn't scrolling. We'll spend $1. Get a Turning Wheel and a Keiko. That's just hit points. Urban Renewal, Maganga, and NGO Front. We can get rid of Maganga's the net damage trap ice. Maybe I should be spending bad publicity before attacker credits. I totally should. I totally should. Again, man, like, I don't remember the last time I've had bad publicity. I've been playing way too much Crim and way too much just like non-bad publicity decks. So yeah, I totally should. You're right. I think we hit the NGO front. Yeah. Because, like, I can take damage. Honestly, we could just run back and trash the urban renewal. We're gonna hit the NGO front. Okay. Let's sweep the hand. And then we can decide after this if we want to run and trash the urban renewal. Although, I doubt it. Because we want to just give them a card that they draw, right? That's not an agenda. We'll trash Rashida and hedge fund is fine. Okay. Should we install a second Stargate? I should, right? Yep. We're gonna install a second Stargate. Good board. Like, we have money coming in. We can break anything. Like, unless it's a barrier, I guess, and we have to install something. Draw a card, play hedge fund, put a card in server 1. Great. Okay, so this is definitely the urban renewal, which we don't care about because we have like 3 turns to win the game here, and that's more than enough. So we will Stargate click 1. And then, like, if we can trash some stuff, we can you know, like, if we can trash some stuff with clicks, then we can Stargate a little bit deeper. We don't want to draw here, so we'll pay 0. Hippo the Ike? Yeah, maybe. Oboe. GG. Right? 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 Wait, where's our mad dash? Oh, here it is. Right? I'm 99% sure because we haven't seen anything else. So this is, like, we have perfect information here. Yeah. Okay. GG. We didn't need the second Stargate after all. Yeah, the companions. It all builds up. It's like it feels like it's very little, but it's just like Ataka, Paladin, 2 bad pub. You're good. That SMC would be great. Yeah, like, you could tutor Stargate. You can use bad pub, that's true. If the bad pub takes off. But usually, like, the thing is, like, usually if the bad pub does take off, it's true that, you know, having SMC and things to spend money during the run outside of interacting with the corp is great, but it usually is the case that if you have a lot of bad pub and you're in an okay spot, that you can figure out your way to win the game without the ability to take advantage of those interactions. All right. The game. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave there. Okay. We could try that again, or we can jump into some Kusanagi OTK. I want to make this work, and I feel like it could work first time. You know, it could not work. But, like, I feel like the deck got better. So for those who don't know, I was playing around with this around last summer, when they changed the rules for accesses. So previously, when you accessed a card in a remote or in the root of a server, there was a set number of cards that you can access. So if there's like 2 cards in there, you can only access a maximum of 2 cards. But now what they did was, I should turn the overlay off. Now what they did was that if a card is added to the root, or they don't even call it the root anymore. If a card is added to that server, you have to access it, and there's no limit to the number of cards you access. So what's the Kusanagi? Is it the Ansel ganked combo? Yeah, kind of. So the Ansel ganked, what Ansel ganked does is you can use ganked, right? So when the runner accesses ganked, you can trash it to make them encounter another piece of ice. And if you use that to make them encounter Ansel, then Ansel, if they can't break Ansel, that is, then Ansel can reinstall the ganked into the server. So at the end, they'll have to access it again, and then the first sub will trash an installed runner card. So what that does is it'll like reverse Apocalypse, and yeah, it'll destroy their board. But there's a way that you can use Kusanagi and Drafter to kill them. So instead of blowing up their board, you can kill them. So that's why I can call this an OTK, which is 1 turn kill. So the idea here is that I can, as long as I get a Kusanagi scored with 1 counter, so I need to triple advance a Kusanagi, and have that in my score area, I can use a hosted agenda counter to add a do 1 net damage subroutine to a piece of ice for the remainder of the run. So I can add that to Drafter as a 3rd subroutine, and then when they access ganked in the server that Drafter is being installed on, then they'll have to hit the Drafter over and over again, and Drafter will actually do a net damage. So they'll take however many times it takes for them to hit this, they'll take a net damage every time, and they'll eventually die. And to help me do this, we've got Helheim servers. So when they come in, we can res Helheim, and we can like pitch our hand, boost Drafter up to probably 13 strength if we have 5 cards in hand. And then in order to make Drafter unbreakable. So this deck used to be out of PE. So we would play like the PE agenda suite, which is House of Knives and Sting. And Kusanagi's obviously better in PE because it's a 0-point agenda, it triggers your ID. But when they redid the ban list, there's no more PE, and instead they put back Kakugo and Shipment from Tenon. And I think this is better because now we're like more of a combo deck. We can protect our board a bit better with Kakugo. We're playing it out of a better ID and for the purposes of control. And you can play Shipment from Tenon, which lets you score Kusanagi out of hand with a single token. Are you using eggs? You have to spend much on ice. It can be any ID. You can play this in Palana, but Egg Infusion has 17 influence, which makes this influence look a bit better because you want the 3 drafters, you want the 3 ganks, and then like ideally you want 3 Helheims as well, but if you have 3 GFIs, it just decreases the number of agendas in your deck. And when you're playing a combo deck, as I'm sure you know, you want to decrease the number of agendas that the runner can access. And that's why Vacheron was so good. So let's do this. Let me see if I even have this deck already imported. I do. So let's just edit this. So we are now in Egg Infusion, and we can replace the deck list with this deck list, and we can hit save. And then I'll use the overlay to put the deck list on here so everybody can see as well. Let me just make the game first. I should probably just copy this. We're probably going to play more than one, and we're clipping. Why not use RH so that you get your combo cards more easily? I could. That's a possibility. I think like it, and it works better with Hanzi review as well. So you might be right. Here's the deck list. Looks like somebody's already in the game, so we won't keep them waiting. We're against a Gnat, and this is a great hand. Like at the start, I imagine we're just playing like regular Jinteki, like Jinteki Glacier, just so that we can like get set up, get a decent board state, and then go from there. I think like one big thing about combo decks, especially when you're playing a combo deck that's like it's a secret as to what you're doing. You want to keep your cards secure and like away from the runner's accesses. So like if they see like Helheim servers, for example, it's going to be a big tip off, right? Okay, let's hedge fund. Let's just put Kakugos on HQ and R&D, and yeah, we'll just do that. We want to save the drafter for the remote because that's where our combo is going to be. Sometimes you can just drafter, like they might just accidentally hit a ganked out of centrals. So in those cases, having a drafter on HQ R&D could be good. But at the same time, like you could just gank them into a Nancy. They're going to play a little bit careful here, which is good. Making an entrance, trashing Guru Devinder. This doesn't help them, to be fair, because it is all single instances of net damage, so they just have to pay 4 credits every time until they can't. They draw a card and then gamble Patchwork. Is this the plan? Score Kusanagi, make sure the runner is poor, res drafter, ideally helped by Helheim. Yes, and then we have to have a ganked in there as well. So we need to have ganked and Helheim in the server. But yes, that is more or less the idea. Let's just get an NGO out. Yeah, step 1 is score Kusanagi. Honestly, like if you can score a 1 counter Kusanagi, that's usually good enough. Like that's the hardest part. And then getting like drafter, like you just have to make sure your Helheims don't get trashed out of R&D. They install Cleaver. They pitch a Jailbreak, draw, install Buffer Drive. Okay, we draw Oboe, that's fine. We draw a Drafter. We probably want to put like an Ike on R&D here. Maybe not. Because we might want to have... Like, this is the problem with playing Egg Infusion against Anarch, is that Anarchs have Hippo, so you don't want your Big Ice to be on the outside because they can Hippo it, but you're Egg Infusion, so you do want your Big Ice to be on the outside. It might be like Drafter. Let's Thimble Rig, and then Drafter R&D. Yeah. Kusanagi twigs the runner that you're up to no good. See, yes, but like, I don't know. Yeah, like there's nothing you can do about that. But yeah, that's totally true. They install No One Home, which again it only prevents single instance of net damage. Like damage prevention doesn't solve this. Doesn't beat this deck. Hedge fund's good. Let's draw again. Drawing GFI. We might have to just jam an agenda here if we don't find a Kusanagi. Like ideally what we want to do here is put a Kusanagi in the remote. Another NGO. Kusanagi would let Jinteki get Archer. Yeah, we could Egg Infusion them into Archers. That's definitely something we can do. Let's... I feel like we can score. Like our ice doesn't cost that much. We can go for another NGO. You know, resing Drafter might also signal that we're up to no good. But like we're against Gnat. I don't know what this Gnat is up to, but usually against Gnat, like Oboe's pretty strong, right? Oh, House of Knives is great. Let's get the House of Knives out there. So let's install this here, and then we'll just put a Nike on HQ. Just protect the Kakugo. So like now our Kakugos are protected. Like we have a very strong board here. And then just get a Kusanagi. We're looking good. Looking good. Game 1's looking good. Rashida's a great draw. Rashida would have been a reason to pre-advance the House of Knives, actually. I sometimes do that. Drafter's a good ice, even better for Egg. Yeah, Drafter's just good. Although the problem with Drafter in Egg Infusion is that it's a sentry. So like usually when people run against Egg Infusion, they're ready to break a Nancy. So if they're ready to break a Nancy and then they see a Drafter, it's like, you know, it's not as good as a Drafter somewhere else. But yeah, the reinstall effect does definitely make it pretty good. Okay, we're flooding up a little bit, so I'm a little worried. Like, I might just jam out. Yeah, let's just do that. Because we don't have Spin Doctors in this deck. So, like, if we install the Rashida, and then we, like, Rashida draw into more 5/3s, that can be a problem. That can be a very big problem. And like, you know, even if we find our combo, we have to score the Kusanagi, we have to put the things in the remote. Like it takes a while. So we might, you know, we might end up just flooding up and then them stealing. This, they can cradle it. Do I care about money? I guess I do. How many virtuals do they have? They have 3. So this costs them 3, and this costs them 2. We can res it for the sake of resing, or we can just let them in because they can't steal. Oh wait, they just die. No, they don't. They have no one home. Wait, okay, wait a second. Okay, they have no cards in hand, but they have no one home, right? So it's a trace 0. It's a trace 0. So I can, like, pump it, and they'll end up at 2 credits. But the problem is, this cost me 3, and it cost them 3, and this cost me 2, and it cost them 2. So we're not actually trading any money. So the only reason... Like, the only thing this actually does is make them use their no one home, which I guess is good enough. Which is good enough. I mean, we'll res. Let's see what happens. Yeah, like we'll just trade some money. I think we'll swap this with the Ike. Just for the purposes of... Actually, we don't want to do that yet. So we'll say no. Let's use this to make them use their no one home. A year ago, I made a Jinteki deck with only sentries so that my rig shooting would only target killers. Yeah, that's fun. That reminds me of... It's fine, you have more money. So we'll just not boost that. Yeah, that reminds me of... what do you call it? Scorpios. Like barrier, like Fractor Hunter Scorpios, where you only had barriers in your deck. Yeah, this is unfortunate for them, or for her, because it counters her deck pretty significantly. Like just the fact that I have House of Knives and Oboe. Let's switch this to... Actually, we don't need to switch this. We can switch it just to tax them. Yeah, why not? Then we'll just score this. Like, we might just score out next turn. Actually, I'm fairly confident we will. Or, you know, not next turn, but we prep for it in the next coming turns. Safety first. Yeah, this is like... It almost feels like this deck, the whole setup of my Egg Infusion just kind of counters this, even though I'm trying to do this combo, but it's not necessary right now just because it gets countered by this pretty hard. Oh shoot, what am I doing? This should have been a Kakugo. I mean, I guess it's fine. So we'll move it back. Yeah, that was a bad switch. I don't know what I was doing there. This should have been a Kakugo. So let's put an NGO friend in here. And then next turn we'll put the Yobo in there. Although they'll probably draw up enough. But they do draw up enough now, so that's why putting the NGO friend's fine. How could you bully such a wholesome deck? I know, I feel bad. It's so like I like it too. Like it's like safety first, like patchwork to lower your hand size down, and you're like getting a Gnat. We've got the Guru, but the Obos are just too big of a counter to this. Imagine if we were playing CTM, right? Like, if we were playing CTM right now, we would be in trouble. Because their deck efficiency is just so good. Okay, so House of Knives cost them 4 credits, I guess? What is this? +2 strength. That doesn't do enough. Oh, you have to choose an icebreaker. What icebreaker did we choose? I guess the Cradle? That's the only number we can't see. I guess we'll res. And then we'll res this as well. Just because, I mean, we don't have to. I think we might as well. Needs an imp, and that would allow her to stop me. That's true. They have to pay $1 to the fencer. They draw a card at end of turn. We should wait another turn. We should wait for the Earthrise to run out before we jam. So we're not gonna jam this turn. So let's say no to this. Void is pretty good. Let's pop this. Let's like Void ganked. Oh boy. We could just throw the Oboe in there. We just throw the Void in there. If they run, it's fine. We could jam as well. We just jam the GFI. Cost them money. And then we jam the Oboe next turn. Rashida gank. Yeah, like, I don't know if I would fire the Rashida, though, you know? Oh, but I guess we can just, like, see what happens. So, yeah, no, let's just put the Rashida in here. I think we just take 2 credits. Yeah. I don't want to use the ganked. Because if we find a combo, then we can use it then. Oh, she stole a Kusanagi. I didn't even realize that on the R&D run. That's unfortunate. Okay, what happened? Patchworking, for sure gamble, installing another fermenter, and then running Arashida. Cool. Um, okay, so let's swap this with the Kukugo now. Because we can swap it up next turn. So then we don't have to res the Ike. It's a $1 difference, but it's a difference. Oh, we're going to run HQ anyways. Ooh. Why are we doing that? Okay, well, I guess we're resing the Ike. Cradle to pay 2. We'll pay another 2 on the Thimble Rig. The Thimble Rig can just stay where it is. We'll make her take a net damage, I guess? Why not? Yeah, how's the knives tax? It's $4. The thing is, it'll remain $4 unless it just like hits her last card. But yeah, hitting void, that's fine. We don't need that. And then we'll just oboe, and we should win, right? Should we math that? We should math it. Okay, so they start their turn. They have 2 cards in hand. They... There's no card that draws. So it's just like draw 3 cards and run. And then they need to take a net damage off Kukugo, take a net damage off House of Knives, and then they don't have enough money to get in. Seems good. Yeah. Making an entrance is losing a card for a click, so that's not what they want to do. Unless they can get like a House of Knives. Or no, not a House of Knives. An I've had worse. No respect for I've had worse. It's true. This is the window, right? Like we're not we could try to rearrange our remote to put double Kukugo on there. We're installing Ice Carver. We're drawing a card, installing Ice Carver. We have no cards in hand. And we've won, I think. Because this House of Knives just kills them. Unless she... Yeah, this House of Knives is just lethal. With only 3 credits. Not necessarily the combo we were looking to do. But it's fine. Unexpected Price of Freedom. With no cards in hand. That'd be pretty cool. Alright. The oboes counter your deck too much, which is unlucky for you. I think if I was any corp except any corp that didn't have damage, your engine seems very strong. Yeah, this seems like a super interesting deck to play. Like Gnat, safety first, patchwork. Yeah, it's something I haven't explored. Devinder is also just bad for oboe, but like I don't know, like I think you just play. Like I think if I were to build this, I would just not play Devinder. Because like against net damage, it's okay. You have to pay 4 damage, or you have to pay $4 for every net damage. Otherwise, it's good for meat damage, and like you can just outmoney meat damage decks. I think like your engine seems strong enough. Yeah, the engine seems strong enough. So, like I think the no one home's fine for tags. But yeah, the Devinder seems unnecessary. Build the deck. Should I? I wanna get a Kusanagi kill. That's the goal today. Maybe less chance to play Emptied Mind. Ooh, Kyle, you are right. Can I do it next week? Maybe we'll do it next week. That's a good idea. Emptied Mind. Oh, and you know what? We'll put the Price of Freedom in there as well, just for you. Although if I do as I say and I don't play Guru, then Price of Freedom gets a little bit worse. Yeah. Yeah, Price of Freedom gets a little bit worse if we don't play Guru. Isn't there a run event that gains benefit if your hand is empty? Yes, there is. Emptied Mind is the one where you gain a click if you start your turn with no cards in hand. But what's the one? Oh boy, that's a hand. There's one that says make a run if your hand. It says make a run and trash all cards in your hand, I believe, and then it says, you can't take damage that run. I'm pretty sure there's a run event that says during this run you can't take damage. Noble Path, yes, that sounds about right. Hey PCat, yeah, good game. That was really interesting. Yeah, my chat's been exploding about this deck, and I might look into that next week. Maybe I'll build a version, because it seems really fun to play. Here though, against those Adam, this seems like a nightmare because our hand is awful. Yeah, it seems super interesting. Like especially with the safety first. Like you're running the whole game. I was saying at the end of the game there, that it feels to me that the Gurus are a bit unnecessary, because usually Guru's bad against net damage, because it just like costs you a bunch of money, and it seems to me like your econ engine or your ability to generate money should be pretty good. So like all the meat damage sources rely on the corp having more money than you. So if you can just like use your econ engine to outmoney the corp, then you can cover meat damage that way instead of having direct meat damage protection. So I was thinking that the Gurus might be a spot to, like, something to look at. Adam, Rizeki, Earthrise, Logic Bomb, DNA Tracker's good. We need more money. Do we draw to this? We could just install Naked Kusanagi, triple advanced score. I want to. Like, is Adam gonna check it? You hate dying to random price that gets snare. Yeah, like it's definitely can be an issue. Oh, Rashida's good. Okay, let's do this. We'll just Rashida DNA and bluff them. Although this isn't a very good bluff because I can't res a Nazi and they're only scared of a Nazi. But if we can trigger this Rashida, that'll be our way into this game, which we can, which is amazing. They discard Misdirection, install Brain Chip. Just so everybody knows, like, usually when I play against Adam, I'll write down everything I see with Find the Truth. Like, I'm streaming right now and, like, chatting, so I'm not going to do that. So there's going to be, like, things I miss, but I'll try to pay attention. Sports Hopper better than Guru for it. Enables Oboe Seawork steals. Yeah, Sports Hopper. And like Guru also costs influence, right? So like you can use the influence for other things. Yeah. We were also saying like like you mentioned Noble Path, Emptied Mind. Those cards all just seem like super fun cards that can fit in there. Okay. This seems okay. I think I want to get this House of Knives in the remote. We want to Hanzi. Do we Hanzi the Kusanagi? We just Hanzi the DNA. We only need one. So let's do that. Um, we probably Kakugo the remote, and then we'll just House of Knives the remote, and go from there. Because like we just need to res the 2 Kakugos and the Aiki. The DNA can just stay unresed. Is this stream recorded? Yeah. So I mean, technically, it's not being recorded, but I'm after I end the stream, I will take the VOD from Twitch and I'll upload it on YouTube. Yeah, and my YouTube's under the same name as well, Saka234, and I'll be like putting other content up on there as well. Nothing planned as of yet, but I'll be putting up like other videos and clips on YouTube only. So be sure to check that out. Logic Bomb, Sports Hopper, Credit Draw. They drew daily casts. And they discard MK. Cool. We drew another Kusanagi. So we're gonna, like, we're on track, I guess. We have a ganked. We're looking for Helheim servers. We're looking for Drafter. Dirty Laundry Archives. Just getting their Find the Truth trigger. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. Sports Hopper is fine. Like again, this is an OTK combo deck, so and we can kill. We're gonna do infinite damage if this works. So we don't need we don't care about their hit points. We probably get this down. Ooh, do we ganked? That seems bad. But like our hand is just bad, right? Let's just get this scored. Yeah. I didn't want to do this because in my mind I was like, well, if I triple advance, I have to discard a card. And I usually, don't want to do that. But if we triple advance and we get a Kusanagi counter, then we can just discard the other Kusanagi because we don't need it. And we're getting it. Okay, step 1 is done. They drew Pad Tap, they drew Overclock, installed Pad Tap, took a credit, discard RNG key. Fine. We drew another Kusanagi, so we don't need those anymore. Because we're about to get our first Kusanagi counter. Thanks so much for streaming. I watched the last 2 VODs and really enjoy hearing how you think about the game. Hey, yeah, thanks for that comment. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, that was the idea of this whole streaming thing, was that I felt that people would be interested in hearing like a bit more game description and like talking about how I'm thinking through things. So yeah, so I'm glad you're enjoying that. And like I think once there's few tournaments that are going on right now, but once tournament season picks up, like I'll stream my involvement in those as well. It'll be a fun time. And I'll probably do something like talking about the decks that I played, because I usually do like decent amount of prep for tournaments. Okay, we popped Sports Hopper, Brain Chip, Daily Cast, Dirty Laundry, installing Daily Cast, laundering archives, and they're running R&D because they saw something there. So they're gonna like Logic Bomb Aiki, so I guess we'll do this. Oh. Oh, it's bypass. It's bypass. Never mind. I was gonna say like maybe Kusanagi works, but no, it doesn't. We can hit them. There's no reason to hit them, so we won't. Check your messages when you get a chance. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, Brandon. My Discord, like, it's hard to keep everything open. They stall an Oboe, Citadel, Brain Chip, 2 Overclocks is fine. They draw Career Fair. All that is fine. We will put a Rashida down because we want to draw. Kakugo is still doing good. We'll put a Ice on Archives just to protect from the Find the Truth. Okay. I think I'm gonna add the king to this call. Isn't there a reasonable timed RAM tomorrow, or is it next weekend? Is there? I don't know. I will look after. Um, I feel like these aren't like I don't know where people find information. Like, are you just constantly checking ABR? Um, if that's the case, like maybe I need to start doing that. Okay, let's fire Rashida. Yeah, okay, maybe we'll add. I don't know. We're in the middle of this. Let's see what happens first. Um, so they have Ngolo down. We are looking for. We found Drafter. That's good. Oh, but they have logic bombs, right? So we can't combo them until they use all their logic bombs. That's awkward. Maybe we'll just ship in from 10 in this other Kusanagi. Hmm. Right? Because this, like, just so we can do it multiple times, that doesn't make sense. Because we have to, like, use a bunch of resources to attempt to combo. Just need more gank than logic bombs. Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, just need more gank than logic bombs. I mean, they've used one, but now that they have Ngolo down, it's unlikely that they'll use another too soon. We can like draft her on the remote, put a GFI in there. Drafter. We need to fire off another NGO. I think we need to put a GFI in there though, because it's not safe in hand. This Kusanagi can just get discarded. So we'll take a credit. We can also install the ganked. The ganked seems safer in the remote, although I kind of want to be on 11. Let's take a credit. I want to be on 11 because then we can res double Kakugo and Drafter. Summon best defense. Yeah. They play share gamble and run the remote. This is pretty costly for them. Although, yeah, if they steal a GFI, they go to 5, which is a problem because then this lost GFI's game. Although I can egg infusion them, so you know, this is like a pretty costly server for them. And if they Ngolo the Kakugo, they can't break it the second time. So they have to install Paperclip, and then they're going to take a net damage. And then I kick them out into the Ike, right? Right. Oh, what happened? Oh, they sports hoppered. I was like, did I trigger I've had worse? No, they sports hoppered. Creativity, logic bomb, creativity. So there's a logic bomb in hand. So I want to hit that logic bomb, right? So let's boop them to R&D. Let's see what they do with the Ike first, and then we'll decide if we want to House of Knives. What happened? They're breaking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then we're going to House of Knives them. Hit Crave Fair. Fine. We want to hit that logic bomb. That's the goal. Kill the logic bombs. Keep them away from agendas for as long as possible. And eventually, once we find like Helheim servers and another ganked, then we can theoretically win. Running HQ. Ooh, running HQ. So we can res Kakugo. I think we do. Do we swing for the logic bomb? We missed. We missed. Okay. Oh, it was an oboe on top. That's so bad for me. Let's just take 3. We'll pitch the thimble rig. This is where Brandon complains about Gnat RNG. We're running HQ. Okay, so we're looking for this oboe. They're losing creativity. They have to miss. They access GFI. Oh, and they access ganked. We can gank them into Kakugo, which doesn't do anything. That's awful. At least they have to pay 3 for it. Ah! Bad, bad, bad. Anansi's good. The problem is this oboe is not safe. This oboe is not safe at all. What do we do? What do we do? They're gonna like, if we NGO, they're just gonna draw up and run HQ and probably win. We have to draw, right? Do we try to throw the oboe into archives? Anansi on HQ? And then we just hope they whiff for another turn? And then we can NGO, and then we can res Anansi? That's the only way. That might be the only way. Yeah, they're just gonna run for it, which is expected. Like, they have to miss the oboe, but they also have to miss the NGO because we need this NGO. So they have to hit like 2 ops. Chances are okay for that. Yeah, nice. So they hit 2 operations. They're gonna run archives to check. This is annoying for them, but we also want the money for NGO. So we can res the Anansi. So we're not going to res. That's unfortunate. That Ike is a really good res for us. Installing Earthrise is fine. Ooh, Hanzi review is really good. Hanzi review is really good. So for those who don't see it, this lets us trash the oboe and then we can preempt it right away. And then we can like Anansi R&D afterwards. Oh. We're doing what now? Very good. So they have to logic bomb and then they have to take 3 net damage. Have we hit their other logic bomb? We haven't. It's still sitting in hand. We could House of Knives, but we'll just hold on to it. They can't score here anyways. If they break, they lose a card. They lost Palop. Oh, I really want to snipe that, but we shouldn't. They hit the oboe here, naturally. That's what happens. That's how JNet RNG happens, if you're wondering. Now we need to click up for credits for Hanzi review. Classic, yep. That is how this works. Yeah, so we're just gonna click for 3 and pitch. I guess we pitch the shipment from Tenon. It's awkward. We're not out of this, but it's awkward. They're gonna check it, which is good for us. Because now we can res the Ike. We'll just keep clicking for credits and just hide this oboe for a while, because this Anansi is hard for them to deal with. And what's left? Like, there's one GFI left in the deck. That's game. So if they find it, then they win. They have no money, so we'll just bid. If we want to make them draw, we can bid, but there's no reason to do that. They're checking archives in case we discarded it, which makes sense. Kusanagi combo just got pulled off. What do you mean? We're not there yet, unless you're talking somewhere else. NGO fronts, an insane draw. Okay, we need to hide this GFI. This GFI is where we could lose here. So we need to, like, Hansi review, click 1, install something in here and trash the GFI, click 2, and then preempt it. Although, like, R&D is not safe, so maybe it's safer to just keep the GFI in here. They're going to pay. They're going to take a net damage? I think they did the math wrong. Just lose the click. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's unfortunate. Looked like they had to go. They were going to access a ganked, and it would have ganked them into the Ike if I chose to trigger it, which I wouldn't. Helheim server is coming up. Rashida's coming up. So yeah, like next turn, we would have like drawn the ganked, and we would have like probably want to put Anansi in R&D, so it would be like Hansi the Oboe, Anansi R&D preemptive. It's a pretty strong turn. Alternatively, we can keep the Oboe, and we can just install ganked, install Anansi preemptive, but then we don't have $8 to res the Anansi, so trade-offs there. Okay, we're gonna have to go again because we're still not able to pull this off. We were so close this game. Okay, I'm gonna add Brandon to this call. Or, well, I mean, I'm not in a call, but let's see if we're able to add him. Hello?
Hello.
Hey. Is everybody able to hear Brandon? Brandon, can you talk?
Testing.
Yes. Okay, I think it's good. I don't know if turning my audio up makes a difference, but okay, yeah, it looks like we're getting yeses from the chat. Okay, yeah, I sorry, like I know that you were messaging me, but it was like I have my chat up on my iPad, and then I only have one monitor, so it was hard to keep track of Discord notifications. How's it going?
I think it's going well, pretty well. How is everyone?
It's loud and a bit echoey. Okay, so if it's loud, let me see if I can turn you down. Help? No, that's not it. Yeah, we might have to like go into a channel because I don't know how to turn you down if we're just on like a call here. Do you wanna go to the like one of the House Hippo tables?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll see you there. And then we can get crashed, but it's fine. Loud and a bit echoey. Yeah, okay, so if Brandon's a bit loud, then I can turn him down. Once he joins, that is. Yeah. We're gonna go for like one or two more, see if we can pull this combo off, because I feel like I would be failing if I chose to stop without doing it. Oh, sorry, Brandon, you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn you down. Oh, I just don't know how to do it. Shoot. Edit channel. No, that's not it. Okay, sorry. Give me a sec, everybody. There we go. Okay. Um, so what are your thoughts? Because I know you know about this already. What are your thoughts on the Kusanagi OTK deck? And please chat if you can let me know if his audio is better now.
It's it's an interesting deck. It's something fun if you can land it.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. Oh wait, I think it's just. Um. Yeah. So we played against like a Gnat deck, which we kind of just countered because we were on oboe, and then we just played against somebody on Adam, and the game was getting pretty tight. But the player had to leave, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's saying desktop on. Oh wait, I can just drag this bar down. Okay, wait. Can you test your audio again?
Testing.
Okay. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, in a 40 cards, you could get the combo off much easier. I think. Yeah. Yeah, we could look into that. If we play Restoring Humanity instead.
You mean blank ID?
I mean, we have Hansi reviews. It's not terrible. And then we can cut the House of Knives out, although I'm not sure we want to do that. We could cut a GFI out and put a third House of Knives in. Or we could just cut the House of Knives, honestly. Maybe cutting a GFI and putting a third House of Knives is the right play. And then we can put in a third Helheim. But that adds a card. So we'd have to cut 6 cards then. So we'd cut 1 preemptive, cut the void, cut the DNAs. I kind of like Egg Infusion. Like, I don't think consistency is the problem per se. Okay, I want to jump in because I want to get this to work. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Let's go. Corp.
Did I hear talk about Ram being like tomorrow?
Kyle was saying it's tomorrow or it's next week, and then I think Ginevra said
it should be next week.
Next weekend, I reckon. Week. So yeah, I imagine it's next weekend. It sounds like. Actually, I can just check. Always be running.
I'm surprised Kyle didn't watch it last weekend at 3 a.m.
Maybe he did. Upcoming tournaments. Random Access Memories 4. It is on January 29th. Yes, that's next weekend. Apparently, it's good for our time zone. 3 o'clock. Does ABR know what time zone you're in? I don't know if you know the answer to that question.
I thought it did, but then a person told me that it was like supposed to be like 3 p.m. for like Ram last weekend, and it was actually 3 a.m. So that didn't quite work.
Chat is. I know that y'all were saying it was like a bit echoey as well. Is Brandon's audio still echoey? Because that might be my computer's fault.
No, it could be me as well. Because if so, I'll just get my.
Because I think I am picking up a bit of your audio, but like I think it might just be like sound coming out of my computer and then my computer picking it up again. In which case I could like put on headphones. That probably works.
Yeah, or me too.
No, I think it's on me. Here. I'm gonna put on headphones while we're waiting for a game, anyways. Okay. I'm gonna put on headphones. I'm not gonna be able to hear you for like 5 seconds here. Yeah, it's man. Like I think last game we were kind of on track. Like it was the game could have gone either way at any moment just because the GFI was on the board. But like in all fairness, like Egg Infusion did save me that game because if I wasn't Egg Infusion, I would have just lost. Well, they would have stolen the GFI out of the remote and they would have gone to 5 points, and then they probably would have found the GFI in HQ afterwards, and then won. So okay, I think this is better now, and that the audio shouldn't bounce.
One idea is, egg infusion, and the other's blank.
I mean, it gives you a credit. You ice archives. Like, we're going to ice archives anyways because we have shipment from Tenon, right?
I don't know. It's like, why do you have to jump through hoops to get this credit?
Yeah, the echo is gone for me. Perfect. Yeah, I imagine that's why there was echo. All right. We're just waiting for a game here. Honestly,
the fun thing.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the fun thing to do with restoring humanity is just put your bacterial programs in archives.
Put your bacterial programs in archives.
Yeah.
Yes. The same access change that we're talking about right now. Yeah, so we can put a bacterial program in archives, and then they access it, and we dump the top 7 cards of R&D into archives, and they have to access it and hope that there's enough agendas in those 7 cards, and then we can like land a big punitive.
Did I tell you about the game where that happened to me?
Oh, really?
And yeah, I ran archives unsuspectingly. I got bacterial program. They dumped it again. I stole, and then they have lots more money, and like they're gonna kill me. And last click with enough cards, I run R&D and just snipe the oboe off the top of the deck.
Wow. Okay, looks like we got a game. Okay, we are against Ayla. We're against Ayla. We have an opening hand of NGO, Double Thimble Rig, House of Knives, and Hanzi Review, which seems great. So we will keep that. Thimble Rig's good to get us going. Hanzi Review. We probably... Oh, okay, we drew an oboe. So that's like something to Hanzi Review later. Unless we want to do it now. Probably not. We just like double Thimble Rig, take a credit here, I think. Oh, unless we want to push for this House of Knives. How hard do you want to push for House of Knives? Is it House?
Depends how much you think Ayla's gonna run. And in the words of Sokka, Shaper never runs, right?
They don't. It's true. All right, let's ice HQ. Let's ice. We could throw like Thimble Rig New Remote. No. Let's just ice HQ. Sorry, I need to take a credit. We're a combo deck. We're just gonna keep our secrets secret, and we're not gonna go for anything greedy. To be fair,
you take 2 credits.
yeah. Like we could have like kept a Thimble Rig for the purposes of remote, which is I think an overall stronger play. They install Proco, hit it twice, and install Rizeki, and we draw another oboe. So we'll just get the NGO out of here.
Oh, they never planned on running ever.
Non-interactive Shaper win. Is that not the case? Well, so I mean, like Shapers can. It depends on what kind of Shaper we're talking about. Like Shapers can win non-interactively as well. Like not completely non-interactively, but shapers can, especially Ayla, can develop a very real game plan that involves not running a remote. And if that's the case, then our combo is not going to work unless we set it up on a central. They diesel SMC, take a credit, and install a T400 memory diamond. And we drew a drafter. That's pretty good. So we just like draw a card, and if we draw nothing, we'll just House of Knives drafter. That's not strong. Let's draw. We drew Void. Really wishing we had this Thimble Rig now. Do we go for it, or do we play a bit more passively?
You're going for it.
We're going for it? Let's go for it. They have no money. Like, we're Egg Infusion, right? Like, we're threatening Anansi. So we'll just install this blank 3-res sentry, protecting our House of Knives. It's fine. That's the thing, right? People that respect your threats will work. This will work. If they don't respect your threats or don't know about your threats, then those people will end up on top in these situations.
Yeah, like if this was Kyle playing right now, you'd get wrecked.
Oh man,
He'd just run.
Kyle, you're just getting a bunch of shoutouts here. Is Kyle still in chat? I think he is.
I hope so.
Hitting Proco, hitting Ayla, taking a credit and playing Creative Commission. So we got our House of Knives. Oh, we drew a shipment from Tenon as well. So if we find a Kusanagi, we can do that.
I love the Kusanagi Archer out of Kentucky, but
we got a comment about that earlier. Yeah, I think it was Diogene who was saying that. Like, you know, we got Kusanagis, so we can maybe play Archer, and then you can Egg Infusion them into Archers. Which just, you know, on top of it being good, is on close to overkill.
I mean, it'd be cool if you do that and then they make it through and then hit the ganked and then.
Oh yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, then you gank them into the Archer again. They just played Sure Gamble, Diesel, installed Rizeki, and then SMC'd for Gravedigger and installed another SMC. So
they're playing the deckless.
Now we know what's up.
That old deckless.
Now we know what's up. We drew a Nancy. Are we like Anansiing Archives? We are, right? Like, I mean, like, we're Egg Infusion. We have Thimble Rigs on the board. We could also just put it on the remote and, like, put an oboe in there soon. Thoughts on that? We could start by drawing. If we go for the oboe, we're going to have to Hansi review. Alright, let's draw. We drew Preemptive.
Oh, there you go.
It's good to have, I guess. Oh, wait.
If you don't want the oboe, you can Hansi.
We can Hansi oboe and then Preemptive. That's a fine turn for now. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that's a good turn. Although this drafter continues to be blank. But it's fine. We don't need the drafter to do anything until it's lethal. Okay, they're playing Contaminate. They're hitting the Gravedigger once, twice, and 3 times. They trashed Helheim servers, GFI, and NGO front. And we drew a DNA tracker. Anansi Archives seems very appealing.
Yep.
So we like draw once, Anansi Archives. So we drew Rashida. Oh, that's good. Alright, so Anansi Archives, Rashida behind the drafter. You know, Gravedigger is actually good for us because it turns our drafter on.
Ha!
They spent their turn, and now we have an ice that's not blank. In fact, it's good because like we're gonna like pull a, we're gonna like add Helheim to hand and then install NGO and leave the GFI in there probably. They contaminate again and hit it 3 times. This time they hit Hedge Fund, Rashida, and GFI. So there's 2 GFIs in there now. We have another preemptive. We Rashida into GFI, NGO, Hanzi, and shipment from Tenon. Not what we're looking for.
Wait, don't you have 2 tenons in hand?
I do.
Oh, we could do some scoring next turn.
Yeah.
Put tracker GFI in the remote.
Tracker GFI Void.
You can't use it though. Well, maybe you can.
I mean, I will if I have to. Yeah. Why not?
Said like a true villain.
Why not?
Why not? I will if I have to.
Exactly. They hit Proco. Place your gamble. Hit Ayla and install Earthrise. We start turn and draw tracker. So the question is, do we score or do we just double advance and then we just like look to win the game off a never advance? Or you just take the score when you get it? Probably the first one.
I'm scoring.
You're scoring. Yeah, you're scoring. All right, let's score.
Like we're one bad Gravedigger away from the
We've got an Anansi. We've got a House of Knives. Although they have 17 credits. After Sure Gamble, click 1. They hit Gravedigger because... Why did they have a Gravedigger token? Whenever an installed corp card is trashed.
Rashida.
Yes. They trashed a Kakugo with that Gravedigger. They hit Proco. Yeah, we did need that, eh? We need a preemptive. That's what we need. The one preemptive. And then they hit Ayla last click. They have 6 cards out of 6.
Just top deck this oboe here.
We have an oboe in hand still.
Oh, don't we just win?
Do we?
You double advance. You have the void in there, right?
We have a void in there, so we just void a couple times, make them break a drafter.
But don't you have tracker on the remote?
It's not rezzed.
How much money do you have?
We have 11.
Man, why isn't there money in this deck?
We've got an NGO Hanzi in hand. We just gotta use it.
Okay, yeah, so like
NGO in the remote double advance.
No, it's like draw, Hansei, next turn, shove the oboe.
Ian says void, House of Knives, and Egg Infusion. Is that enough though? Because they like run, because they start their turn on 8 cards. So we can end 2 runs. We can end 2 runs with void, a 3rd one with Egg Infusion. So if they run click 1, then they can get it.
Do they have SMC on? They have 1 SMC on the board.
Yeah, they have an SMC on the board.
I think we have to wait.
So it's NGO in the remote. Unless we want to like protect the void and not NGO.
Yeah, that's I was like draw Hansei, and then you have enough cards to.
Okay, so if we draw Hanzi, we go to 16. We need 5 to score oboe, so we're at 11. We need 4 to use void, so we're at 7. So we actually want to have an extra credit for DNA tracker. So we can draw once and then Hanzi.
Cool.
Does that make sense? Or we could just NGO friend for the turn. Like in a naked remote. Is that better? No, let's draw.
Looks like void.
Let's draw. Okay, so we'll Hanzi the NGO, I guess, then?
Mm-hmm.
Just so we don't have a trashable in hand, and then we'll take a credit. So this way we're at 17. 17 is the amount we want to be on next turn. And then we can jam the oboe and try to win. There is 2 oboes left in our deck that they can steal. They want to find one of them because there's 2 GFIs in the bin. Of course, they don't know that. So Earthrise ticks. They install Beth, install another T400, and install Pad Tap. And then Proco to draw a card last click. They end their turn at 6 cards again. But this time we're going to like tax them through the DNA tracker, which should be good enough. So YOLO. That Beth. Yes, it's true, but we can tax them through the DNA tracker this time. So I imagine this is good enough, right? Because we're gonna like effectively end the run 3 times. So they have to break this DNA tracker 4 times. They're playing Price of Freedom. Oh no. Oh no. Kyle, what have you done? Rip Beth. That's funny. This is Kyle's fault. Brandon, we ran into a Gnat deck earlier that was playing like low hand size stuff. So it was playing and like it was porting safety first as well. It seemed like a really really cool engine that I was talking about. Maybe I'll look into that next week. But yeah, Kyle was saying, find the truth in that deck, and now it's coming to haunt us. So they played Price of Freedom, Price of Freedom, not Find the Truth. They play Price of Freedom, install Earthrise, play Harmony for Contaminate, Creative, Diesel, SMC, Sure Gamble, and then they Diesel and install another Beth. Oh, and we drew Preemptive. Good stuff.
Got him.
Kyle, it's your fault because you mentioned Price of Freedom when we played against the Gnat, and now we're seeing Price of Freedom.
What does that thing do again?
Price of Freedom? You sacrifice a connection, and then the corp can't advance cards the next turn. But we found Preemptive, so we're good. So I can just like draw a card, hedge fund Preemptive.
Wait. Can't advance.
Yeah.
Can we place advancement?
We can.
So do we just grab, like in a greedy way, like 1 GFI, 2 shipments?
No. Because we need to draw both shipments.
I mean, you are Saka 2, 3, 4.
No, but we don't have the time for that. Like they'd have to Price of Freedom us for the next 2 turns for us to draw those 2 cards. Because we have to Preemptive last click. So the best we can do is top deck a shipment. Oh, I guess we could click 1 draw a shipment. So we'd have to 2 out of 24 the top cards of the deck. I don't know. I can make things happen, but I don't know if I can make those things happen. Okay, so it's 2 GFIs and
I've seen you do crazier things.
and a Helheim. We're taking the Helheim back. We're doing it for the combo. Be brave. Don't listen to Brandon. Phil's telling me to be brave and don't listen to Brandon. That was all right.
Wow.
We're doing good. We've just preemptived away 4 points, and we probably
Even when I'm saying, even when I'm not being a coward, they think I'm being a coward. Love it.
We're SMCing another Gravedigger. Why do we need 2? Oh, just because when corp cards are trashed. And then they're hitting Proco, and then they're running the remote. So we just win here because we have end the run effects. Because we are filthy. Absolute filth.
When in doubt, shove.
So they're going to Mayfly this DNA tracker, and then we're going to void them. right? I'm not missing anything. Yeah. Ike can go, and DNA Tracker can go. Phil says absolutely disgusting. Man, I'm like we're getting wins, but we're not doing our combo. Oh, they're gonna play another Price of Freedom. We haven't won yet. Have not won yet. And then they take a credit. We draw ganked.
Oh,
Okay.
baby.
Okay. That doesn't do anything. Should we ganked archives for fun?
Wait. It doesn't do anything.
Well, I mean, if we put it in the remote, like they'll only access it if we let them.
Well, you have only DNA Tracker on the remote now, right?
Well, yeah, they only have 3 credits and no way to break it.
I mean,
okay, I just drew 2 cards because we need cards in hand for Void, and we drew Kusanagi and Food. So we might not install it at all, just so we have cards in hand.
Okay.
So we'll just take a credit. Joe says put it in the remote. If they get in and steal the oboe, you might die off the DNA checker. It's true. Yeah. Diogene asking, when can you put the Kusanagi token on drafters? So you can put it whenever, because it's a paid ability that says choose a piece of ice and give it a do a damage subroutine after all its other subroutines for the remainder of this run. So if there's no run active, then you can like you can use the counter, and then the effect will go away right away. But other than that, you can use it during the run at any paid ability window. So for the purposes of this deck, I would do it at the same window that I would res Helheim servers and trigger it right before they hit the server. So I would use it at the same window that I would res Void, essentially. They installed Anacam, installed Corporate Defector, and Price of Freedom, the Corporate Defector, and hit Proco. And we drew another GFI. We're drawing all our GFIs. Do we Ice HQ? Do we go like Kakugo HQ? I think we do. Or we Drafter HQ?
Oh, very nice.
We're in a Kakugo HQ, I think. Because this is not... Yeah.
Remember when you said we didn't have the time for these shipment attendants?
You know, I said we won't have the time unless they Price of Freedom for the next 2 turns, which they did. Aiden, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. As a friend of mine, after the draft was broken, Diogene. So I would use the Kusanagi basically at the last paid ability window possible before they access the ganked, because I don't want to like give away the fact that I'm about to OTK combo them, right? So after they commit to accessing the remote, then I would use the Kusanagi, and I would also res the Helheim and trigger it. Somebody said Black File coming up, and that's exactly what happened. They hit...
Man, is chat psychic?
They hit Proco, installed Black File, and they're playing Creative Commission? Oh, they take it a credit and then playing Creative Commission. Okay, so we're just going to score this oboe. And call it a turn, I guess. We have Kusanagi in hand. We also have a Nancy in hand, but we're going to score. Because we can.
I mean, in fairness, how many more turns? Is there enough turns for you to set up Kusanagi kill anyway?
Yeah, I might be able to set it up anyways. What do we get rid of here? And is it Anansi? I think it is. Yeah, it's Anansi. We're not going to have money for this Anansi anyways. Let's get rid of it. Dajin, you just did it? No, you were not sure if it was legal? You just did what? Did you take this list and you've been playing it at the same time and you've gotten the combo off already and I haven't in 3 games? Yep, not this list. Okay. With Restoring Humanity. Very nice.
I mean, Diogene tried to narrow spike me last week.
They contaminated the Gravedigger and hit it 3 times. They hit 2 Kusanagis and a Helheim servers. Helheim's not showing up. What do we do here? We're probably gonna do like draft or ganked combo on archives. So we need to put the Kusanagi in the remote. And that's step 1. And then we're gonna like install NGO-Friend, advance NGO-Friend, because we just top decked NGO-Friend. And then the turn after that, let's give them a thinking. Okay, so when their turn begins, they're gonna get a second counter. And then when their next turn begins, they're going to get another counter. So basically, next turn's their last turn. So there's actually no point in me doing anything right now.
Is right. Dr. Lovegood still legal?
If they love good, I win, because I scored to 7 already.
Ah, God.
Yeah. So we're just going to like NGO double advance. So I can res my eyes. NGO gives more Gravediggers. That's true. That's why we put it in the remote.
Well, but if they access it in trash from hand, Gravedigger doesn't.
I think it... Oh, yeah. It has to be an installed corp card, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever an installed corp card is trashed. I mean, I'll only pop it if I res the Anansi Archives. And... if I res the Anansi Archives and it's firing, then I win.
Yeah, never fear.
Yeah. Because I get to look at the top 5 cards and then put useless ones on top, and then they can have all the Gravedigger tokens they want. They Diesel click 1, they play Contaminate, and they hit the Gravedigger once, and they run Archives, and we'll just let them in, because there's nothing in there. Actually, there's 2 Kusanagis in there. So we'll give him 2 agendas. And I think they should know that that's GG. Yeah.
Would Anansia fired?
Yes, it would have.
No. Fire the spider.
You give me lectures about BMing.
This is different, okay? Anansi is a work of art.
All right, well, if it did fire, we would have seen Rashida, 2 oboes, ganked, and a Kakugo.
See, you almost lost.
They ran last click. Yeah, Diogene, I'm interested in what cards you cut. Here's the list I used. Okay, yeah, let's take a look at that. How do I do that? Let's hit view, and then I'm just going to type the number in manually. 1439574. Bacteria programming, oboe. Yeah, so this is a more like this would be the agenda suite for sure. Kugo Aiki Diviner Drafter. So there's no Anansi's in here. You're playing. Yeah, you trim everything down a bit more.
I'll be right back. I can get some water.
Okay. So the changes from this list would be GFI into Helheim, which I like. You won't have to play GFIs anymore. Where'd the rest of the slots go? Oh, there's no shipment from Tenon. So you're scoring out of a remote. And then you got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ice, which is where the rest of the slots came from. So if I were to do that, like, I don't know if I can cut an Anansi. Like, DNA tracker definitely goes. Like, you can cut one Thimble Rig. 40 cards get you the combo very fast, hence 12 ices. Oh, you're actually at 40 cards. That's true. That's true, but it's scary though, right? Like inside like a Mad Dash potential. I'm gonna make changes and then see how I like that. So House and Eyes would go shipment from Tenon. Like when I played this before, the biggest problem was scoring the Kusanagi. We're gonna keep one. Preemptive can go to 1. Helheim can go to 3. Void can go. DNA Tracker can go. Oh, and I'm at 43 cards. Yeah, maybe we can do this. I'd play it at 44 still. Keep the shipment from Tenon. Try it and then judge it. Yeah, it's totally fair. 40 card decks and Daijin, name a better combo. Okay. Yeah, no, let's give it a go. I wouldn't play the Diviner. For sure. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. I can probably cut an ice here. The Kakugos seem cool. The Aiki's good. Anansi's good. I can cut a Thimble Rig for a second shipment. Cut a Thimble Rig for a second shipment. Yeah, I like the shipments. Because you're still on Rashida, right? Yeah, so essentially, okay, so what's the extra cards? You're at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so, and I'm at 11, 12, 13, 14, so you cut 2 ice and the 2 preemptives. Or, sorry, the 2 shipments is the difference right now. Hasty relocation and genotyping let you enable your ID? Yes. Doesn't that make genotyping just better than preemptive? Right? That's a good note. It does cost 1. Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, like the reason that I'm shying away from playing at 40 is because I feel that like it's a combo deck, so drawing your things quickly is good, but like the ability to have like non-agenda cards and then like set up more consistently and set up better with 44 cards to me feels good in a list like this, where we can take our time to set up and be less pressured to like play into that combo. You know, like for example, in I think when you're playing as Mari when you're playing like a Neurospike kill deck. Like that is like a combo deck, and that's like all it is. So in those decks, like I can agree with a 40 card deck size because like you're just trying to find your agenda, and like it revolves around finding your agenda, a specific agenda really quickly. Whereas like in here, like if I can find my Kusanagi and score it really quickly, like if you're not it's set up in a good enough position, you can still like they can still just like run and like trash your stuff out of R&D or HQ. So yeah, let's give this a try. So let's edit this. Let's change this to.
I'm back.
You're back. I've done something. I've been convinced to try this out of Restoring Humanity, and I like the way it looks. Dajun was playing it with 40 cards, and I was just explaining why I don't want to do that. So we're going to try it at 44 cards. I like the cuts though, and the main thing is that like I'm not specifically playing it because it's a lower deck size, because then it makes sense. Like if you're playing something for the purposes of it being a lower deck size, why don't you go all the way to 40? And like lower deck size is one thing, but like it's mainly for the fact that I can play 6 agendas. So let's go again. Okay, we're trying again. I'm gonna enable the overlay again. It looks good. This is not aiming to score out. The idea was to be like a re-education neurospike. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I think there's just something about like the way that the ice is set up here that makes this look fragile to me. I guess like the same argument can be made for NBN though, like for re-education neurospike.
But re-education neurospike has a lot of gear checks. I don't know if this has what the ice is here.
Like we would be at we would play 12 ice of some combination. So right now I've changed my list to Bacterial, Obo, Kusanagi, NGO, Rashida, and then 1 genotyping, 3 Hansi Hedge Fund, 2 Shipment, 3 Gank, 3 Helheim, and then I'm at 14 ice, which is 3 Kakugo, 3 Aiki, 2 Thimble Rig, 3 Anansi, 3 Drafter. And then what we could do if we wanted to play it at 40 cards is you can cut two ice to go to 12, and then cut 2 Shipment from Tenons. But like to me, having those 2 extra ice at 14 and having the 2 extra Shipment from Tenons to be able to score the Kusanagi out of hand feels better.
Right.
Because otherwise, like, you rush out a Kusanagi and it like it's a little bit vulnerable. I definitely think at least Thimble Rig is better than the Diviners. Good night, good luck with the combo. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you're enjoying the stuff. It's been fun though. Like I mean like if we think about the game that we just played and the 2 games that I played before, like if I was playing a 6 agenda suite, like the whole game was influenced heavily by the agenda suite that we had. And I think like really it just comes down to whether or not the runner's playing Mad Dash and whether or not they can land it. Because if they can, this 6th Agenda Suite's worse. Whereas like in the other deck, like our agendas were a little bit more spread out with the GFIs. We had technically one less point for the runner, right? Because we had 3 GFIs. And then
I thought House of Knives was relevant too.
Yeah. House of Knives. Like, it's risky, right? Because if you play... Like, it's good with the GFIs. Because they can't just steal 2 5/3s and a 1-pointer unless they steal the... Oh, okay. I think the same player has just joined the game. Yeah, so unless they're playing something else, they know what we're up to. Or maybe they don't, because they didn't actually see anything. They saw the Helheim servers, and that was it. So if they can read enough out of that, then maybe. But we're playing Restoring Humanity anyways. They're playing Lat. Our hand is Helheim, Ike, Rashida, Ganked, and Bacterial. We can, like, risky Rashida Ike turn 1. I don't like it. We're going to throw it out. We can get better hands. We get Kusanagi, Hanzi, Ganked, Helheim, and Shipman from Tenon. And we top deck another Hanzi. Oh boy.
So much better.
Oh boy. Man, if only we could shipment turn 1, which we can't. We could Helheim HQ to bluff. We probably draw a card and then play Hanzi Review. We drew Kakugo. Beautiful. What do we Hanzi? Or do we Hanzi at all? We do Hanzi, right?
Hanzi, right?
Oh, really? Do we really?
Are you Hansing or Tenon? What do you do?
We want to keep the Tenon, I think, for the Kusanagi counter, turn 2. If we
so
get
then
it.
Helheim?
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards. But, like, we need it eventually. Yeah. I mean, we have HQ protected. Yeah, okay, let's Hansi the Hansi. Nobody could think about the Kusanagi combo unless they watch you or if they are top players. It's a little bit like there's a combination of interactions that you need to get right. But the timing windows are there. That's what makes this so intriguing to me. All right, Restoring Humanity count, $1. We have gotten $1. They run archives. Click 1 to turn Restoring Humanity off. They run R&D. Click 2. See nothing. They take a credit, and they play Creative Commission, and they will trigger Let. Fine. We draw Kakugo, so we'll just like draw a card. Kakugo R&D. We drew Anansi, so we can Anansi R&D, and then take a credit. So then we can res the Anansi and the Kakugo if we need to. Always love it when they access a piece of ice on R&D and then you install a different one. They Diesel, Sure Gamble, Earthrise, take a credit, let draw, so we get our Kusanagi counter. We draw a Hanzi Review. That's very good to have. Hanzi Reviews get so much better when you're Restoring Humanity. Because next turn we could probably like Kakugo Archives Hanzi if we find something we want to Hanzi. Otherwise, 9 credits is okay. We just need a drafter now, and then like we have the combo. So we just need to draw a drafter, and then we win. Maybe. We drew Ike. That's pretty good. That's a good ice for archives. Let's draw click one. We drew drafter. Oh. Oh. Okay. 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 It's happening. It's happening. Do we Kakugo archives or Ike archives? Because we're probably going to Hanzi the one we don't install. So that means we Kakugo, right? Do you Kakugo archives? I think it's fine. No?
I rather Reds for one if they dirty laundry archives for some reason.
You'd rather res for one. It's true. Okay, so we'll just pitch the Kakugo. I think that's fine. Yeah, you might. Yeah, I think you're right. Because at this point, like, we just need to like pre-install this drafter and then draw cards, and then we need to install the Kusana or install the Helheim and the Ganked on the same turn. Oh wow. They just installed 2 Gravediggers, a Corporate Defector, and played creative. So they're playing the same deck out of a different ID. We just drew Bacterial. That's fine. So we'll draw click 1. We drew NGO. Draw click 2. We drew another NGO. And then we'll just set up the drafter. See, you say Gravedigger, not interactive deck. It's true, but like they haven't, like they're not there yet, right? So if we, like next turn we like install 3 cards in the remote, which I don't think we can do because we need to have like 5 cards in hand for Helheim. So we'll probably just install Helheim, install Ganked, and then we can start like baiting the, like I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to bait them into this remote. Like if it's just one piece of ice, like I think they will interact with just one piece of ice. Gamble, install Rozeki, draw a card, install T400. So yeah, like it's like click intensive, right? For them to Gravedigger combo. Start turn we draw Rashida, so we can just triple install in the remote, I guess. Is that safe? Can they Mayfly through this drafter? We could just do Rashida. Rashida ganked, and then we just hold the Helheim, just because we have... Oh no, because we have 3 of each now. We could also just like install Helheim, install ganked, take a credit. And then next turn we can like jam Bacterial.
Yeah.
They only have Mayfly. It's true they only have Mayfly, but like every card in hand still costs them money. They have 3 Rozekis though. Yeah, jam Bacterial sounds good. Yeah. Alright, let's just double install on the remote and take a credit. Yeah, Mayfly is not good for us. We needed something like MK Ultra. Here you should be able to score out faster than they can draw. Yeah. Oh, they're running. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna res drafter. Wait. Oh my god. Okay. They don't have a way of breaking this. So this is gonna fire. And we're gonna pick up a... Okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna pick up Shipment from Tenon, and then we're gonna install... Do we install Kakugo on top? My heart is pounding right now. We're gonna install Kakugo on top because it incentivizes them to continue the run. Okay, and then we're gonna wait for them to continue. Please continue. Please continue. They hit continue. Oh, okay. So we win, right? So this is the part where we would res the Helheim, and then we would I'm just gonna do this because I can. So we're just gonna trash our hand. And then we're going to Kusanagi the drafter, and then they're gonna access. Okay. And then they're gonna because they've already committed to accessing, and we've got a 13 strength drafter they can't break. And they're confused as to what's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna give them a smiley face, and they're gonna access. They're confused as to why I trashed my hand. I'm doing it just to show everybody the timing. But to my opponent, it might look like BM. I stream the timing.
You have fallen into my trap, Yugi.
You too. But go ahead. Yes. They're telling me that it doesn't affect that. So they're gonna hit the ganked, and I'm gonna make them hit the drafter. Oh, you know what's funny? This is gonna give them a million Gravedigger counters. Okay, so we're gonna fire Unbroken Subroutines. So we're gonna choose a card to add to HQ. We're not gonna do that, and we're gonna choose the ganked to reinstall in server 2. And they're gonna lose a net damage, so they're gonna lose Harmony AR Therapy, and Anacam's gonna draw them a card. Which is kind of funny. But this is fine, because HP is not the concern here. Once the combo happens, they're just dead. They can have as much HP as they want. I'm so happy this is happening.
Can't believe it happened.
Is JNet implemented correctly? Oh, it is. Very good. Very good. Oh, they said nice deck, GG. Oh, we did it. We did it.
Out of restoring humanity, not egg. The number of cards do matter.
We did it.
Let's go, died you.
You get the combo even faster with less cards. I can believe that. It like the 2 extra ice and the shipments feel safer to me, just because like I think like if you play against a Crim, you play against a good Crim who is like able to pressure you early and like get in your face quickly. You're gonna be in those times. You're gonna be happy to have the extra cards, and you're gonna be happy to have the extra ice and the extra like shipment from Tenon, because like against a Crim, like agenda density is more important because they're going to be able to pressure you really early. And then like you also just want to have more ice when you're against a Crim. And also like Crims are able to like contest your remote a lot better, especially if you don't have a Nanzi in your deck. So like if they know you don't have a Nanzi, or they just don't respect it, or you just don't have one and they can just run through, like they can run your remote pretty easily. So I would be like, in addition to all the other things, I think you're gonna have a hard time scoring Kusanagi against a Crim without something like shipment from Tenon. So I think like in those matchups where you're against like a high tempo runner who's able to set up and pressure you at the same time, you're gonna want to be able to respond to that by like turtling up and then fast advancing the Kusanagi in a safe way. Okay. This was like unsuccessful, even though we were winning games until now. Now we've done it. Okay, this seems like a great place to end the day. Wouldn't you agree, Brandon?
Yep, you did it. You accomplished your goals.
It feels good. It feels very good. It's a very fun way to win. And like they had Mayfly, right? But if you're against like I feel like it's not just a surprise win. Like even if they know what you're doing, if their Sentry Breaker is not great, basically just MK Ultra, then it can like cost a lot of money. But also if you just like make a Strength 13, if you just make a Strength 13 drafter, like for a Bagalter, that still costs 14 credits to get through. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Hope everybody had fun. I'm gonna call the stream there. We'll come back again next week, of course. Thank you. Yeah, for those who missed it, we ran into a Gnat deck that was playing like low hand size. What was it called? Safety first, and like just triggering Gnat, triggering safety first. Like they were running a little bit more damage protection than I probably would have. So I think like, and there's also other support cards like Noble Path and Emptied Mind. Like Guinea Pig's really fun to play whenever it works. So those all cards seem super fun. So I think like that's something that I might check out next week. And maybe we can put a deck together. Yeah, that seems like a fun deck to play. Can't wait to see how you make a viable Nat deck. Yeah, thanks. I look forward to it. I think it looked like a decent engine. Like again, they were playing against like I was playing an Oboe deck, right? And that seems like the worst matchup. But if you're against like any tempo deck, so like you're against the CTM, you're against like any deck that's not basically any deck that doesn't have Oboe in it. I think that deck can do really well. All right. So that's all. Thanks for everybody for stopping by, and hopefully I'll see you all soon.
Yeah. Have a good night, everyone.